All right, this is Texas Forever Podcast, a podcast about two best friends at work shooting the shit. We appreciate y'all for tuning in again. This is episode 10, part 1 of 3. This part, we'll talk a little bit about pronouns and a dead uncle. All right, Texas Forever.
Okay. All right. So now.
Yeah.
What's up?
In a continuation of what we talked about, the male-female thing, and I've been seeing, on the news. And the sad thing is, it's a minority that is so small, but it's creating so much havoc to so many people because they want to be heard. They're being heard, but they're causing us to hear them. Okay? You have the freedom of speech all you want. Okay? But you can't force your speech onto me to make me tell you who you are. It, ands, or buts, or whatever you want to be called. It's a sad thing that the way the world is going, one of these days we won't know who we are. And if that happens, I think it's time for everybody to leave the planet. Okay?
Why are we going to leave the planet so we can go to another planet and fuck that up too?
Well, I'm talking about spiritually speaking. I'm not talking about physically speaking. Because basically, this is it for me right here. Okay? When I leave, I'm on my way.
Well, where you going? Because, that's one of the
I know, that's what, we talked. I'm going to a place where there's no pain. There's only sunshine. Or there's nighttime if you want it. Or there's freedom to be who you are. And there's always love that you know you belong. That's where I'm going. And it's to know that's how I get through the day, by just knowing that if something were to happen to me, I'm okay.
Man, we could take that. Oh, we could take that so many. We only have a short time, but oh man, we could take.
So where are you going when you depart this mortal coil? Prayer.
Well, oh my goodness. All right, so
I'm gonna stab you with that one.
So the first thing you brought up is the minority kind of forcing their on everybody else,
right?
Which it's kind of like if you have super tall people like Shaq and Yao Ming.
Yeah.
You related to Yao Ming?
He's my second cousin on my dad's side.
Tall people like that. Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So they're very few and far between.
Right.
We could say that they're in the minority.
Big time.
The majority of us
are average.
Or short like me,
Yeah.
So basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's kind of like, what if all the tall people in the world, which is a minority, want all the buildings, all the entrances in the buildings and all the bathrooms and everything to get redone, to get remade in order to fit them?
Right. So they don't have to duck their heads when they go through the door.
So they don't have to duck their heads, right.
Okay.
Cars, like everything now has to change because they are in the minority, but they want that's not really efficient.
Okay.
Do you know how much work that would take? It can be done, but what is being sacrificed to do that?
Here's the thing, okay? By the time they did all that, those giants would be dead, okay?
Well,
and why do it's like this, okay? They've adapted to their situation with cars, with their houses, their own lives, okay? Now, they're not putting it on all other people to do, hey, how come this entrance is not my height?
Do you know what they did do?
What did they do?
They did a big and tall store, right? Just for them.
But they did fat store too.
And they did
big, tall, and
the
big
thing is,
means fat.
The thing is that
heavy, husky. Okay.
Well, the thing is they adjusted and they made a world.
They had to
instead of now.
Because here's the thing. There's so many people who are extra large. Okay. Then there's so many people who are double X. Well, when you get into triples and quadruple X,
my uncle was a 6X.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
We pulled out one of his shirts where he was a 6X.
It was a tent.
I was I thought it was like a bed sheet or a curtain, maybe a tablecloth or
sleeves.
something.
It had sleeves.
I'm like,
it was a mattress cover with sleeves.
I was like, this is commendable because he wasn't the work that it took for him to lose those whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to exaggerate, but I think he lost close to 200, which might have, in retrospect, that might have contributed to his congestive heart failure. That and his habits.
Yeah.
But
he still lost the weight, right?
Yeah, he lost the weight. He was we was riding bikes and walking that boardwalk.
Now, let me ask you something about him. Okay. Was he buried or cremated?
He was buried.
Who picked him up? Who was the pallbearers?
It's normally in our family it's normally what they call the boys.
Yeah.
So it was my cousins, me, and it was somebody else that had to come in at the end.
Okay.
Because he gained some of that weight back.
Here's the thing, okay? When he was at his maximum weight, okay, you're thinking, thank God he wasn't that big when he passed, because we'd be having hernias right now.
Well,
I'm sure there was a question there.
Well, the question was, would he fit into a crematorium?
Heck yeah,
he would. Oh, I've never seen how. And then how heavy would the urn be?
It'd be 2 urns.
It'd be 2 urns. Okay.
Part A and B. No, I went to Japan, and my great grandmother. My grandmother on my mom's side. Yeah, she passed away while I was there, and we had to go to their funeral, and it was a crematorium. This thing looked like a bunch of pizza ovens, okay, human-sized pizza ovens, and they had doors that go up, and but they're huge, and yeah, they're big enough. Yeah,
maybe.
No,
he was big.
Well, they'll fold him up and make him big, okay?
Chop him up first.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say fold him. I'd fold him.
Fold him is kind of worse.
No, it's not.
That hurts. Because at least once you chop something, he's dead. I know. But still.
Time out. Oh, shit. Back to our special.
Yeah. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Where we leave off?
Oh, shit. Hold on. No fist. Okay. All right.
Fat Uncle. Okay, next.
Yeah. And now commenting. Okay. I recently was a pallbearer for my mom. She was a stepmom, but she was my mom, my dad's wife. And I was a pallbearer. I was just, honored to do that because I've done it twice. Well, I've done it 3 times. I've been to a lot of funerals. Okay, I've been to a lot of funerals, and being a pallbearer is it's an honor to do it and she actually set up for me to do it. She asked for me personally. Okay, and I think your boys that you had, I'm sure they were, hey, I want you to do this for me because, hey.
Yeah,
I need to hurt you again in other ways.
Well, that's how he was, he was like everything to us as far as like uncle, brother, father figure, friend. So he was all in one.
Yeah.
So.
All in the big one.
All in the big one. But,
all right. What are we talking?
We was talking about the minority.
Oh yeah. And the way you talked about how tall people would want everybody to convert to their height, as you say, and it could go the other way. Tiny people.
Right.
Hey,
exactly.
lower the tables. Lower the,
Yeah, we just gotta kind of like, just like I said, their issues, might differ slightly, but we just, like you said, just adjust. Realize that it's everything is not gonna be exactly the way we want it to be, and
the only thing I wonder is, what will they get out of doing that? I mean, what is their main goal? Identity speaking, if you don't know who you are, okay, I'm not going to tell you. You have to know who you are.